Hello, everybody. Kanisha the Creator here. Sorry about my hair; it's all messy today. But anyway, if y'all follow our YouTube video, y'all saw before that I was really kind of getting into High School Musical. In fact, I even showed y'all my reaction of High School Musical 2, and I told my opinions about High School Musical, the series, and my opinions about High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. I'm pretty sure I just gave my opinions about 2 and 3. I don't think I gave you my opinions about 1. By the way, it was just mayhem for me. I like 2 way better because it gave Ryan a more brilliant character arc. And I agree with Caitlin McCullough. If you don't know, she watches like a lot of Disney stuff and puts out like a lot of ships and all that stuff in there. Anyway, I would link in the description below if you want to check her out if you haven't already heard of her, which I would be surprised. But anyway, she pointed out how in High School Musical, the series, that almost every character from the original High School Musical was mentioned, except Ryan, Sharpay's brother. And I agree. Out of everybody in in the show who resembles somebody from the old High School Musical, there was no Ryan character. There wasn't no guy who really resembled Ryan. Now you could say, well, this character technically represented. I'm pretty sure y'all put in the comment section below. No, this person definitely resembled Ryan. No, I don't just mean that. I also mean they barely even mention Ryan. They barely mention Ryan. I swear, I gotta be honest. Like, I agree. And that was so upsetting. You know why? Because I even proclaimed that in High School Musical 2 and 3 that Ryan is my favorite High School Musical character, hands down. And now it kind of upsets me that Ryan, I didn't even get to see the guy who played Ryan audition. I would at least want to see him audition. We got to see a horrible girl like Lily. Oh, by the way, I remember somebody, I remember either it was a YouTube video or somebody put in like a comment below about like, I really hope that Ricky and Lily do not get together. And let me tell you straight up, I agree. If Ricky and Lily get together, I'm done with this show. Though I don't think they'll show it because they're going to a camp. How is Lily gonna be able to do this? But then again, this is a musical camp, so maybe she'll be on the competitor side again, and then try and one up them, and then I just beg of you, please do not have Howie on her side too. Because that thing with Howie and Courtney was getting me so conflicted. I didn't know whether to ship them or just be like, Courtney, just do your own thing. You don't need a man. You don't need Howie. You can go do your own thing. But she wants to stay in a relationship with him, so who am I to stop her? But, the only reason I felt that way was because I was so confused. And I was actually really shocked when I figured out how he was on the other side. I thought he was just a cool guy who just happened to work at a pizza place. I didn't even think that he's a part of the enemy school. I didn't even think that. And normally I'm on top of this stuff, but this show caught me completely off guard, which is weird. All the other stuff I could be able to predict, like obviously that Ricky and Nini were going to get back together, but I didn't predict that they were going to break up a second time. I did not predict that, so that kind of caught me off guard. Um, I knew, because guys, you're gonna hate me for this. I watched like, I think it was like New Year's or something. I hadn't watched High School Musical, the series, fully yet. But I had watched the New Year's episode because I wanted to find a brand new New Year's episode on Disney from a show that I didn't even know about and see if I would like it. So I just picked the random freaking New Year's episode, and then I just enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and that made me want to watch the whole entire series. So like it introduced me to my favorite ship, which was Big Red and Ashland. Like seriously, I think I made a good choice there. Sure, I kind of spoiled myself, but at the same time, I made a good choice. Plus, I also already watched like a of a half review of the whole entire series, so I already knew what was gonna happen. I've already even heard Kayla McCup, who I mentioned before. I already heard her mention plenty of times what happens in High School Musical, the musical, the series, at least with the couples. So I kind of was already spoiled, but it was only mostly about Ricky and Nini. It wasn't even really about any of the other characters, so I didn't even know anything about Big Red. I didn't know anything about Ashley. I didn't know anything about EJ. Okay, I knew some stuff about EJ, but not that much. I I didn't know that much stuff about Carlos. I didn't know that much stuff about Seb. I didn't know that much stuff about Miss Jen. I barely knew anything. So I was still a blank slate. So I was able to watch the show without even being like, oh man, now I know all this. Yeah, it totally ruins the experience. Nope. In fact, I am here to tell y'all I changed my opinion. So a while back, I think when I was when I put out my High School, the musical, the series review, I'm pretty sure I said that Nene was in the wrong because technically he said he only wanted to take a break. He didn't say he wanted to break up. But at the same time, I was like, I understand. She said, I love you. She said, I love you too, Ricky, on Instagram. Which one? Girl, really? You're going to put something as personal as that on freaking Instagram? But whatever, it's that age, so I'll let it slide this time. But still, um, I feel like I said before that Nene was in the wrong because she just freaking went off with another guy during summer while Ricky was still trying to figure out his true feelings for her. And it was like, girl, you have been best friends with him ever since you were little. You didn't think he was gonna be like, oh, kind of almost speechless when you actually admitted you loved him? Heck, I would have been speechless too if a guy said, with a guy that I was best friends with for a long time, they just said that to me. I would have legit been just like Ricky and would have said, can I get some time to think about this? Cause come on, think about it. When you have a best friend, you don't really be like, oh no, I know I truly love this uh, and thought it all the way through. I know y'all haven't. And anybody who says they have either lucky you or you're straight up lying. So the fact that she barely even gave Ricky that much time, and during the summer when she went to a freaking camp, she just hooked up with this other guy and didn't even tell Ricky. They have been best friends for a long time, and she waits till he freaking gets to school being all happy and jittery and then breaks it down to him and freaking just like kind of. He's mostly in kind of denial. He's mostly in denial at the moment because he's like, nah. See, the only reason she's just throwing a fit. The only reason she's acting like this is because I didn't recuperate her feelings that easily. And it's like, one kinda. That is the only reason I could really see her wanting to go to that guy that fast when they only met during summer camp. She even said they spent like 2, 3 or something years together in between while she was dating him. No, they legit only met at summer camp. So I'm just thinking the only reason why she went to that guy was just because she thought Ricky basically just dumped me by saying, oh, I want to take a break. No, he wanted to take a break because he wanted to think about it. You do you do realize, again, like I pointed out, y'all have been best friends for a while. If you just tell your best friend who you've been friends with for a while, I love you, you're not immediately going to get the response, I love you back, unless that person has frequently shown they do like you like that and almost openly said that throughout the whole entire childhood, they just sound throughout the whole entire series. I literally hear moments of their childhood, and they just sound like regular best friends that you meet every day. No romantic no romantic interest. Heck, none of them even said when I was a little kid I even had a crush on you. Nope. So why the heck would you think he would respond that fast by saying I love you too? Like what? How long have we even dated? I don't even think I remember them saying how long they were dating. So it's like this could have came out of nowhere, and y'all could have only been dating for like at least 2 years. So the fact that you expected him to respond effective immediately, and if he didn't, you just go to some other guy during summer camp, which I know for a fact ain't even that long. I've never been to a summer camp, but I know since it's called summer camp, it was only around the summer, so it wasn't even that long. So the fact that you just immediately went to another guy after the guy just said he only wanted to take a break, and like I agree with him in episode 1 saying I said I wanted to take a break, not I wanted to break up. Those are two separate things. You know, my point was supposed to be that I'm kind of in the wrong about saying Nini was wrong to do that, but at the same time, I'm still feeling like Nini was I was in the wrong thinking that Nini was in the wrong, but at the same time, I feel like Nini was in the wrong too. Okay, let me go back. Let me focus. EJ, okay, not EJ, my bad. Whew. Focus, Ganesh, focus. You're getting so angry, you're mixing up the names. Ricky, you should have handled that a little bit differently. See, when you said, let's have a break, you should have actually said, well, wow, this is a lot to take in. Can you let me think about it? And I'll call you back. Let's just text for now throughout the summer. If you had done that, maybe things would have went a little bit differently, but it's not exactly your fault. Because well, this probably is the first time you've dealt with this. I don't know if you have any other, if you hadn't, maybe one other ex-girlfriend or something. It doesn't look like it because they never mentioned that. But then again, this story was kind of rushed and like, it was mostly focusing on the Ricky and Nini show. The first season is almost pretty much just the Ricky and Nini show. I swear that is almost the majority of the story. She's either going to stay with them or not stay with them. She's either going to become her own person or just rely on him. Who knows? Maybe she'll just rely on a music career. It was never abundantly clear in this show. It was like so crazy. They were mixing up a bunch of stories together. And even though I could follow it through, I felt like, man, did the first season just need 22 episodes? You should have just gave the first season 22 episodes. But I get it. It was the first full-length new series on Disney Plus, so they didn't have enough time. They didn't know how long season 1 would last. And they were surprised when season 2 got greenlighted. And now season 3 is in production right now. We'll just see if it stays in production or if they're gonna admit it might get canceled. And I cannot wait to see, because they're going to a summer camp, and that is going to be so awesome. Let me tell y'all. Remember how I said that I never really paid attention to High School Musical when I was little? Well, that's because my favorite musical from then, and it still is Camp Rock. Man, I watched that movie so many times. Not more times than I watched Cheetah Girls, though. Or more times than I watched Okay, actually, it's equal times of how many times I watched Lemonade Mouth and how many times I watched Camp Rock. But let me tell you my top 3. It's Cheetah Girls, Lemonade Mouth, and Camp Rock. Those were the musicals that I would listen to all the time. Heck, I still remember Determinate from Lemonade Mouth. I still remember Breakthrough from Lemonade Mouth. I remember every single Cheetah Girls song because I keep rewatching Cheetah Girls and listening to Cheetah Girls. I don't know why I won't go to Camp Rock back again, but I will go back to Camp Rock. But I'm wondering, since this is a summer camp series, and each one of these things were around the time of the season that it was around, I'm wondering, is it going to come out during the summer? I can wait. I can wait. I already have to wait a long time for an anime that I really like, the second season of that anime to come out. And I also have to wait for Stranger Things 4, which is coming out in May. So I can wait if it is actually coming in the summer to fit with the summer camp theme. So what was my point again? Oh yeah, both Nini and Ricky could have handled their situations differently. Nini, you shouldn't have just jump cut it to EJ just because Ricky said he wanted a break. And Ricky, you could have worded it a little bit differently when you said you wanted a break. And really, that's all I gotta say. I gotta be honest. Both Nikki and I said Nikki, Ricky and Nini, they were a little bit wrong, but it was just like, yeah, it still was cute, and it was great when they were together. But it's just like this. It's just their relationship is so complicated that I can't even tell whether I even want them to get back together in season 3. You know what? Nah. Just let Nini have her own character arc at the summer where she's trying to figure out her own hobby. Because throughout the series, I gotta be honest, the only thing Nini actually ever showed was just her love for music. But it never went anywhere, and it did show that Gina did give her brother's number to Nini. Maybe throughout the summer, Ito will show like flashbacks of like her doing like a record deal or something. That would be really nice. I hope they show that. Also, I want more original songs as well, along with the Camp Rock songs, some of the High School Musical songs they might be playing. And they said they're also going to do a Frozen one, like there's going to be like a kind of Frozen musical that they're going to have to compete in. So like I hope they do original songs along all those other songs. But it's like you're doing both High School Musical, Frozen, and Camp Rock. That's a lot of freaking songs. That means this season might be longer than the other seasons, because you can't fit all that many songs in just a short amount of span of episodes. So I'm guessing either they're gonna play it almost every moment in camp while they're doing stuff, or they're going to have the episodes be longer this time. Here's to hoping it'll be longer, because I want to get back to Big Red, Ashley, how Carlos and Seb will get a little better. If Ricky and Nini might get back together or not, I really hope or not. If Gina and EJ are going to get together, who Miss Jen might end up with, though I don't think they'll show that in summer camp, though. It probably will show more of the kids, and Miss Jen will probably barely be there, but anyway, yeah. That's all my opinion about Ricky and Nina from High School Musical, the series. So I'm done. Everybody have a lovely day, and I wish you all the best of luck.